Good afternoon, Sock Trail Baptist Temple. I am sorry I'm a bit late on this Waterloo Wednesday. I wanted to go ahead and make sure I put one out here, though, to share a couple things with you. From one thing, I'm really excited to tell you that tonight we have one of our interns that's going to be preaching for us. Josh Calabrese will be our first one to preach for us, and I'm excited to have Josh Calabrese, Jake Welch, and Yvonne Villela, if I say that correctly. But those are our three interns, and they're all here now, been working today, and excited to have them preaching for us now. Every Wednesday night that they're going to be here for the summer, they're going to be preaching on a rotation. So I'll still, every other week, plan to put out some prayer requests, but we'll also have their sermons uploaded. So really glad for that opportunity. And then this Sunday, I wanted to kind of let you know what we're going to do with that. I'm really excited about this Sunday's theme. We're going to call it I Love My Church Sunday. Okay, that's actually too general. So I'm actually calling it I Love STBT Sunday. All right, that's really what it is I Love STBT Sunday, because we love this church. This church is my church and our church. It's not my church alone. It's your church. It's our church, and we're all a part of this, and I'm so thankful for that. And I'm just yesterday celebrated 1 year to the date of me being the pastor of the church. You can celebrate it, I guess. Last Sunday I could have celebrated it. It's always the Sunday before Memorial Day. That kind of marks the Sunday that we made the transition, but the actual date was yesterday. And so as I'm thinking about this, I can't help but think about how much I love Sock Trail Baptist Temple. So I thought, hey, let's all celebrate Sock Trail Baptist Temple together, and let's rejoice in what God has given to us. And so we're going to be doing some special things. For one, let me kind of give you the schedule and how the day is going to look. We're going to have our normal 10 a.m. service, drive-in service. And then after that, we'll end around 11 a.m. And from between 11 and 1 p.m., 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., I encourage you to maybe bring your own lunch or go get lunch. And if you wanted to come back, then we are in a new phase in Illinois. And so that will mean that we can maybe enjoy some more things outside of our vehicles. Obviously, you don't have to get outside of your vehicles. If you want to stay inside your vehicle and just eat and fellowship with those around you, that's great. If you wanted to get out of your vehicle, though, to maybe even just set up a lawn chair for the service, or even like afterwards for the fellowship, still socially distanced and things. And we're trying to stay in groups of 10 or less, but obviously with us spread across the whole parking lot and in the park, we can just kind of swap groups and just be able to enjoy a time with one another between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then at 1 p.m. we'll have an afternoon drive-in service again. And so if you don't want to stay for the afternoon, you can go back and then go back home and then come back at 1 p.m. and we'll have an afternoon service. Just enjoy that time together as a church and celebrate just this wonderful church that we love. So I would encourage you then to come, dressed up, decked out with your Sock Trail memorabilia. Do something with your car or whatever you may want to do. I'm going to be wearing my mustache tie, and so anything that you associate with Sock Trail that makes you think of this church, let's do that, wear that, put that out there, and that'll be a great time. And so again, just to take note of some special things that will be going on. Like I said, since we're in a new phase, those comfortable getting outside of your vehicles, you can. Again, please don't abuse this or encroach upon people. Let's try to stay within 10 or less to stay just compliant with our current phase to make sure that we can continue doing this. It's much better to be able to get out of our vehicles and fellowship, but let's make sure we're not causing any problems or in the community. But we definitely want to enjoy that time as a church. That's what we are needing to do. We're longing to have that contact with each other. So let's do that if you would like to. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine. You do not have to, and no one needs to be pressured to do that. The Memorial Hall bathrooms and outside bathrooms are going to be open. So there's going to be a 5-person capacity for each bathroom. That's men and women. except obviously the outdoor bathrooms may just have a couple people in there. Just want to just stay socially distanced the whole time, just for everyone's comfortability and safety. So if we could do that, that would be great. And again, just want to encourage each other. With us doing this, it's exciting. Everyone has their different levels. Some are not even coming to our services at all still. They just don't want to get out. Some are coming, but they want to stay in their vehicles. They want to stay with their masks. They want to stay socially distanced. There are others who don't want to do any of these things. And so what I really want to encourage us, though, through Scripture is to endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit. Ephesians chapter 4 says this: I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called. And he gives some description of how that looks: with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And I just want to call our church to do that, to endeavor to keep that unity of the Spirit. That's what unites us. Focus on what unites us, not what divides us. Everyone could criticize everyone's position or their actions, and we just don't need to do that. Let's endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Focus on what unites us, the Spirit of God. We're all children of God. Let's keep the peace and have lowliness of mind and long suffering, realizing not everyone is going to be where we're at with this. And so let's show kindness and consideration to each other and even to our guests. That's one of the benefits of us being outside like this, is that we can encourage guests to come who maybe would not come if we were inside at this time. And so please just make sure that we are keeping everyone comfortable and safe and doing what is respectable. And let's endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Well, I love you, church. Love SDBT. Can't wait for Sunday. Lord bless you.